Hello, my name is Dr. Diwan S. Raja. Today I will discuss about the quadrangular space and the triangular spaces. These are intermuscular spaces over the scapula and it connects the axilla to the arm and the scapula. So we'll go to the quadrangular space. And we'll go through the triangular spaces. These are intermuscular spaces over the scapula. These are scapular, intermuscular, muscular spaces. Okay, it is a communication between the axilla to the back of the arm, communication from the axilla to the scapula. Okay, we got that. First of all, we'll go to the quadrangular space. Where is my quadrangular space? So quadrangular space is a space bounded above. It is bounded above by the inferior border of the teres minor muscle. So inferior border of the teres minor muscle. Okay, we are looking from the back. If you look from the anteriorly, then you will get also the subscapularis forming the upper boundary of the quadrangular space. Here, this is the quadrangular space. Okay, this is another quadrangular space. So if this is the quadrangular space, then upper boundary from the posterior aspect of the scapula and the cadaver is in prone position. We will find out bounded above by the inferior border of the teres minor. So this is teres minor. Okay, that is the teres minor. Then below, bounded by the upper border of the teres major. Below, it is bounded by the superior border of the teres major. Okay, we got that. We got upper boundary, lower boundary. Then we go to the medial boundary. Medially, it is bounded by the lateral surface or border of the long head of Triceps Brachii. Triceps Brachii. Okay, we got the medial boundary. How about the lateral boundary? Laterally bounded by the surgical neck of the humerus. Surgical neck of the humerus. Okay, so we'll make like my finger. This is the teres minor, this is teres major, then this is the long head of the biceps brachii, and this is the long head of biceps brachii, and this is the surgical neck of the humerus, this part. So we got a quadrangular space. We got one triangular space. We got another triangular space. So quadrangular space is bounded above by the teres minor from the posterior aspect, below by the teres major muscle. Okay, so idea is that this is that. Okay, above bounded by the teres minor, below by the teres major, medially by the long head of Triceps Brachii. Okay, laterally by the surgical neck of the humerus. So teres minor, teres major, then this is the long head of Triceps Brachii, and this is the humerus. This part is the surgical neck of humerus. We got the quadrangular space. Okay, then we must know, so this is teres minor, this is teres minor, this is teres major, this is the long head of Triceps Brachii, this is the surgical neck of humerus, surgical neck of humerus, this is humerus, this is teres minor, this is the long head of Triceps Brachii, this is the teres major. So we got a quadrangular space that is called quadrangular space because it is quadrangular. We got the boundary. Now we go to the contents of the quadrangular space. Okay, contents. Contents are we have the content, the axillary nerve and the posterior circumflex humeral facets. We got two content. One is axillary nerve, another one is posterior circumflex humeral artery. Axillary nerve is a nerve that comes out of the posterior cord of the brachial plexus. It innervates two muscles. One is the deltoid, another one is the teres minor. Root value of axillary nerve is C5, C6. Okay, so its root value C5, C6. We got the quadrangular space. Now we'll go to the upper triangular space or just triangular space. Okay, upper triangular space. Upper triangular space. Okay, so again I will do the triangular space by my finger. Okay, this is the teres minor, teres major, and this is the teres. This is the long head of Triceps Brachii. Okay, this is the surgical neck of the humerus. This is the upper triangular space. This is the lower triangular space, and this is the quadrangular space. Okay, so we got the upper triangular space. How it is bounded? Upper triangular space is bounded. We are looking from the posterior aspect. Our cadaver is in prone position. Okay, so the upper boundary is formed by the teres minor above. We are going to the boundaries. Above bounded by teres minor. Below bounded by teres major. Okay, then laterally it is bounded by the lateral border of the long head of Triceps Brachii. Triceps Brachii. Okay, we got the upper triangular space. You may call it just triangular space. Okay, what are the contents? Contents is very important. Content is the circumflex scapular artery. Content is the circumflex scapular artery. Circumflex scapular artery. Okay, so we got the content, one content. Circumflex scapular artery certainly will have also an accompanying vein. Circumflex scapular artery is a branch of subscapular artery, that is a branch of the axillary artery. Okay, so we got the circumflex scapular artery is a content of the upper triangular space. Okay, so always remember teres minor is above, minor is above, major is below, and this is the long head of the Triceps Brachii, and this is the humerus. So upper triangular space, lower triangular space, and here is the okay, so we got upper triangular space, lower triangular space, then we got the here is the quadrangular space. So again, upper triangular space, lower triangular space, quadrangular space. So we got bounded above teres minor, below teres major, then laterally bounded by the long head of the Triceps Brachii muscle. What is the content? Circumflex scapular artery. Branch of subscapular artery, that is a branch of the axillary artery. Okay, so we got that, the upper triangular space. Now we'll go to the lower triangular space. Okay, lower triangular space is also called triangular interval. If you say triangular interval, then upper triangular space will just say triangular space. So lower triangular space is also called triangular interval. Triangular interval. Okay, then what are the boundaries? Boundaries. Okay, again we'll go to my finger. Okay, so teres minor, teres major, then this is what? The long head of triceps, this is the humerus. So this is the lower triangular space is here, this is lower triangular space. So we got this is the quadrangular space, this is the upper triangular space. Lower triangular space is also called triangular interval. This is triangular interval. So what is the boundary? Okay, we'll go to the boundaries. Above it is bounded by the teres major. Okay, we got the upper boundary. Then what structure forms the medial boundary? Medially it is bounded by the lateral border or lateral surface of the long head of the Triceps Brachii. Okay, Triceps Brachii. Okay, the lateral border or lateral surface of the long head of the Triceps Brachii. Okay, that is the medial boundary. Laterally, what is the boundary? Boundary by the shaft of the humerus. Shaft of the humerus. What are the contents? Okay, here we get important content here. Here we have two important content. One is the radial nerve. Another one is the circumflex. Another one is the profunda brachii artery. Profunda brachii artery. Okay, so it has different name. Profunda brachii artery, arteria profunda brachii. Okay, same thing. The Latin name arteria profunda brachii, also called deep artery of the arm. So all three are correct. Deep artery of the arm. So we got the boundary of the triangular interval, or you can call it lower triangular space. Boundary bounded by the shaft of the humerus laterally, medially by the lateral surface, lateral border of the long head of the triceps brachii, above bounded by the lower border of the teres major muscle. What are the content? One is the radial nerve, another one is the profunda brachii artery, also called arteria profunda brachii, also called deep artery of the arm. Okay, we got the boundary and contents of quadrangular space, boundary and contents of the upper triangular space, boundary and contents of the lower triangular space. Okay, now we get some questions and answers. Okay, questions and answers, that is very important for our Viva Voce exam as well as for our MCQs. So Q and A. Okay. Okay, we'll start one by one. Okay, what structure forms the upper boundary of the quadrangular space from the posterior aspect? Answer should be the lower border of the teres minor. If you look from the anterior aspect, it should be subscapularis. We'll add that, plus the capsule of the shoulder joint. Okay, we are looking from the posterior, so it should be the lower border of the teres minor. What is the nerve supply of teres minor? Answer should be the axillary nerve. Axillary nerve is coming from which plexus? From brachial plexus. From which cord of brachial plexus? The axillary nerve comes out of the posterior cord of brachial plexus. What is the root value of the axillary nerve? Axillary nerve, what is its root value? It is coming from the posterior cord of brachial plexus. Root value is C5, C6. What muscles are innervated by axillary nerve? We have the two muscles. One is the deltoid muscle, another one is the teres minor muscle. Okay, we have one terminology called quadrangular space syndrome. Quadrangular space syndrome. Okay, in that condition, muscles are hypertrophied. It may compress the axillary nerve, so the teres minor muscle may not get the proper innervation, or the nerve supply to the deltoid is also in jeopardy. So what is the action of teres minor? Teres minor muscle is an important muscle. It causes lateral rotation of the shoulder joint. Okay, the teres minor muscle. Okay, its nerve supply is from the axillary nerve. Deltoid muscle. Okay, what is its nerve supply? Nerve supply by the axillary nerve. What are the actions of deltoid? Many actions. abduction from 15 to 90 degree, also cause flexion, extension. Okay, we got the quadrangular space, axillary nerve, and muscles innervated by the axillary nerve. Okay, very good. Surgical neck of the humerus that forms a boundary of the quadrangular space. What nerve is related to the surgical neck of the humerus? Answer should be axillary nerve. Okay, so the long head of the triceps brachii muscle. Okay, triceps brachii muscle takes origin from where? Long head of triceps brachii should take origin from the infraglenoid tubercle of the scapula. The long head of the triceps brachii will insert where? It will insert to the polycranial process of the ulna along with the medial head and the lateral head. Okay, we got that. So we got the triceps brachii. What is the action of triceps brachii? Triceps brachii is an extensor of the elbow joint. Okay, it also stabilizes the shoulder joint. Okay, it prevents dislocation of shoulder joint. This is a mild adductor, additional muscle, but its chief action is extension of the elbow joint. We'll always pull the insertion towards the origin, then we'll get the movement. Very good. Posterior circumflex humeral artery is a branch, we got that, subscapular artery branch of the axillary artery. It will contribute in the formation of the anastomosis around the scapula. What arteries forms anastomosis around the scapula? One is the circumflex. One of them is the dorsal scapular artery. Another one is suprascapular artery. Another one is the circumflex scapular artery. Okay, so we got the anastomosis around the scapula. Again, the dorsal scapular artery, there is the descending branch of the transverse cervical artery. There is a branch of the thyrocervical trunk. There is a branch of the subclavian artery. Okay, and we have the circumflex scapular artery. Another one is the suprascapular artery. Okay, we have content of the quadrangular space, axillary nerve, posterior circumflex humeral vessel that encircle the humerus. So the upper triangular space, we have a content that is the circumflex scapular artery that contribute in the anastomosis around the scapula. Okay, we got that. Then teres major muscle, what is its nerve supply? Lower subscapular nerve. Lower subscapular nerve. Okay, so teres major, what is its nerve supply? Lower subscapular nerve. Lower subscapular nerve is coming from where? Lower subscapular nerve is coming from the posterior cord of the brachial plexus. What is its root value? C5, C6, C7, C5, C6, maybe C7. Okay, teres major. It is, what is its action? It is a medial rotator of the shoulder joint, where it inserts actually the teres major muscle. It inserts to the medial lip of the intertubercular sulcus of the humerus. Okay, we got the teres major muscle. Okay, then we have to know the radial nerve. Radial nerve is a major nerve of the upper extremity. That nerve comes out of the posterior cord of the brachial plexus. Okay, our radial nerve has the root value C5, C6, C7, C8 and T1. Okay, radial nerve is related to the humerus along the radial groove. So what are the contents of radial groove? Radial groove contains the radial nerve and the profunda brachii artery. Profunda brachii artery is a branch of what artery? Okay, profunda brachii artery is a branch of the brachial artery, the major branch of the brachial artery, and profunda brachii artery has the collateral branches. It take part in anastomosis around the elbow joint. Okay, we got that. The profunda brachii artery, radial nerve, triceps muscle. Okay, so we got the anastomosis around the scapula. There is the circumflex scapular artery. This is the descending branch of the transverse cervical artery called dorsal scapular artery. This is the suprascapular artery. Okay, we got the muscles, we got the blood supply, we got the content of each of the spaces. So if you like my video, please subscribe my channel and please share the information with your friends. If you have any question, please feel free to ask me. Have a nice day. Bye now. Thank you.